Hey YouTube land, this is Phoenix Dingo. Thank you for tuning into my channel. I got up extra early today so I could make a video. I know I haven't been around a lot. Thank you so much for watching. Alright, so what I wanted to talk about was how families who have people with disabilities in their family, how they should consider Andrew Yang. And this is one of the reasons why, one of the many reasons why I am so supportive of his campaign. I know the UBI would seriously help with families like this. Now, I just recently started working with people with disabilities and their families to help get dental services. Before I got this job, I thought that they were thoroughly taken care of by the government. Medicare or Medicaid is not the greatest in my opinion. I talk to people all day long who have children who need, or, fathers, whatever, who need dental work. Okay. They now have a three-payer insurance under there, and most of them do not have coverage. If you look under the dental thing to see what people are there to service them, there's not many. I've been pulling up city by city by city and going through and calling all the offices. Either the people don't work there, or they put the same person down there, and they say that they put down a number, but you're calling something further down south. Or, it's countless. All you know is you put in where you live, and there is number after number. It looks impressive, but then when you start calling, there's no one there. So you're talking about a whole bunch of people that are not getting taken care of. They're in group homes that are requiring that every year they go see a dentist. The dentist sees them and says, hey, your mouth's a mess. You need this done, this done, this done, this done. But taking them that one time, it fills the bill. It's exactly what they have to do in order to stay within standard. And a repeat visit isn't. Not saying that all of them are like that, because I work with a lot of them that do actually go ahead and pay. And there's really great organizations like ARC that help with this. However, there are many that slide through the cracks. And I work with an amazing dentist who really actually cares, and it's just heartbreaking. You got families that have to pay out of pocket to get service, and it's a lot of money. It's expensive. Anyone who's ever had anything done dental who doesn't have insurance knows this. So one thing is that the money that they would get with UBI would make such a huge difference for these people. One, you got to think they are caring for a person. Sometimes it's an adult, and somebody might need to stay with them all day. Paying for someone to be with them all day is pretty much the position of a full-time job. So it just makes more sense for someone to stay home and take care of them. My sister has a child who is disabled and will not progress past, I think they said, the age of 6. So that's something that lifelong is going to have to be taken care of. And where is her assistance? So this is something that, one, isn't really brought up very much, is for people with disabilities, which is a travesty, sorry. Still tired. But these people aren't getting service. They're not getting taken care of. They're not even in the spotlight. People aren't even considering them. The only person who's brought this up is Andrew Yang. And part of that is because he has a child who has a similar condition. And so he has a keen eye for these things. And in keeping that in mind, you could see how he could relate. His wife is a stay-at-home wife who takes care of his children, one of which needs a little extra care. Now, take out of that the money that he has, and the success that he's had, and picture it just being an average person. How would that lack of one income really impact a family? Okay? And then you take into effect insurance, which I found out that one of the insurances doesn't cover people over the age of 20. Either that or 21, I don't know. But either way, seriously, so once you hit a certain age, you don't need dental care? Like, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So, I don't know. That's a community that's very vulnerable that needs to be taken care of. And again, this is a universal problem with there's many different aspects of how the Freedom Dividend could help people. It could help people in lower incomes. It could help lessen the gap between racial disparities. It can help the battered wives or people who need to get away from negative situations, people in bad jobs that are forced to stay there because they have no other options. They don't have the way to support themselves. You got single mothers. You got families with people with disabilities in them. You have, I mean, it's countless. It's so many things that you could like kill with one stone. Ugh, I don't like that analogy. There's so many different ways that this one proposal could help so many people. And it's astounding how some people are so preoccupied that someone might get something for free that they'll vote against their better interest. You know, everyone's going to get it. And at the end of the day, if you're going to stop working, chances are you already stopped working. Okay? No one can get by $1,000. No one. Except for maybe a kid who's living with his mother still and doesn't have any bills to pay. Aside from that, you still need money. And if you don't, and you're going to be one of those people, chances are you're already not doing anything. Just saying. So, I don't know, I would say consider, well, in addition to your own personal needs, start thinking about this other group of people. I had brought up homeless people before. Right now, I'm bringing up families with people with individual disabilities because there are many different groups and they all need to have a voice, and we all need to. I would go find groups that are for disabled people for Andrew Yang and support them. Hear what they have to say. Just like the veterans, which I want to do a video about that later, but I need to do more research. I know there's a bunch of videos I've been promising. I will get to them, I promise. But look up the veterans, see what their plight is, and see how it would help them. Look up all these individual groups, and once you learn more about their struggle, you'll be able to tailor your speak to them and let them know how this could help them. Even middle income people, you know, we can find out what their issues are. But when it comes down to it, right now I just want to highlight these people and these families, because it's not just the individual, it's the whole family. They all have to come together to take care of each other. And sometimes, sorry, that's my alarm telling me to get up. Been up for a couple hours already though. Sometimes, a lot of times, it's a whole family that has to sacrifice in order to keep the whole family okay. And that means sacrifice on other kids that are in the family who maybe not go away to college so they can stay home and help take care. You got people who, once, their parents pass, they take care of their disabled loved ones. There's so many different ways that people end up in care or end up sacrificing to ensure the safety and fostering of this individual. And it's not to say that there's anything wrong with that individual. They just think differently. They're just different, But at the same time, we have to think about them. We have to think about what goes into caring for them. We have to think about the families and think about how can we make their lives better and lessen their stress. Because I tell you, there's a lot of stress for these families. I talk to crying mothers, crying fathers outraged parents, you name it. So this is a group I just wanted you to think about. Everyone do a little research, put some comments down below. Everyone have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.